I was extremely afraid of saying, hey, my name is Linette, and this is what I have going on. I was so afraid of embracing it. I was afraid of being comfortable with it. Like, I was so afraid of just accepting me and getting to know me and understand me and love me. I didn't think I was worth it. I didn't think I was worth the time. I didn't think I was worth the fuss. I just didn't think I was worth it at all. You know? And hey, sorry y'all, 1 second. ADHD kicked in. I got sidetracked. So you know I still don't have no coffee. Didn't I tell you not?
I filled up the faucet water.
Delano,
Yep.
Marcelino,
I used the
Watson.
empty bottle and filled up the faucet water.
If you're lying to me, we're going to have a problem because you know how I feel about lies.
I'm not.
All right, I'm going to trust you this time. But you better not do it again because I asked you not to do that.
Okay. Mom?
Yes? No, I need you to go, boo-boo. I got to record and you can't be on here. Bye-bye, boo-boo. And, so, sorry, y'all. I need coffee. That's what I was originally going to say until Delano's drink sidetracked me. Sorry, you guys. The ADHD had another ADHD that kicked in and got sidetracked when I saw what Booger was doing. So, you know, I had to address that. And then I completely forgot that I paused on y'all to begin with because I was going to ask for my coffee. You see how that ADHD work, man? That joint don't be playing no games, man. It really be like, wait, you were just about to do this. No, but you got to do this. No, but you were just about to do this. No, but you got to do this. Would you just make up your mind? What am I doing? Can somebody just tell me? Left or right? Up or down? Back and forth? Which one am I doing? Like, but, I'm sorry, you guys. I guess you guys get the ADHD me. I've been noticing that a lot more. I guess you guys get the ADHD me. The stress-free me. The happy-go-lucky me. 'Cause the podcast doesn't get that. Those topics be hard and heavy sometimes. And YouTube definitely does. No, YouTube does get it. But I don't get it goofy like I am here. It gets it more like, what was I saying? Sorry, y'all, I forgot what I was talking about. Like, it gets like 5 conversations in one video. Because I'm just not focused and can't finish. Hold on 1 sec.
Can I go outside?
Go. And you know, it gets it like that. It doesn't get it like you guys. You guys are like getting the goofy ADHD part of me, like the one that wants to be silly and just let the world just be free. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Sorry YouTube, I'm recording for YouTube too. Sorry for me talking smack about y'all. You know I got love for y'all normies and non-normies over there. But anyways, so yeah, don't let life get you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I live in a motel. I need assistance of my wheelchair. I have 2 disabled kids and barely make ends meet. My shop, I'm still trying to grow it. I mean, we just made our like 6th sale out of a year and a half. Or a year, not a year and a half, out of a year. But I'm pushing. I'm striving. I'm not letting it hold me down. I'm using it as a motivator. I'm using it as a guide, I guess you could say. Well, I learned that lesson, so what did we learn from this one? All right, keep that in mind in the Rolodex. We're going to keep that for the next one to make sure we ain't following the same steps again. Trial and error, that's how you going to make it. Trial and error. If you don't trial and error, how you going to make it? You know what I'm saying? If you stop looking at your mistakes as mistakes and stop looking at your sorry, Lyrical's phone is sidetracking me. I told you guys my ADHD is a little off whack right now, and whatever she's watching was calling my attention, and it just went to the left. Not apologetically me, but this is who I am. This is my world. Welcome to my world. Hi, my name is Linette, and this is my world. My world is never consistent. The topics may vary from left to right, up and down, front and back. Hope you're ready to join the roller coaster ride. Please make sure to keep all your hands in. Don't forget to strap up, because you may fall out. Oh, man. Yep, that's my world. Welcome to my roller coaster ride. 1 minute we're happy, the next minute we're sad, the next minute we're down, the next minute we're up. Never know what you're gonna get. You like Forrest Gump. It's like, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Oops, YouTube, sorry. I'm showing my missing tooth a little too much in this darn camera. But yeah, like, don't let it define you. Like, even while I'm doing, this coaching program, and I'm working with my cousin who is my practice client for that certification, and it's an amazing experience because I've always been very supportive with her anyways, but she's really not embracing it until now. Like, and I sit there and I go and I look at our sessions and I read through my notes and stuff, and I'm like, so these are the things that I would normally tell you as your cousin in my head. These are the things that I would normally tell you as your cousin. So why are you paying more attention to it now that I'm saying it as your coach than you are paying attention to it as if, I'm saying I was saying it as your cousin? But this is what I'm thinking in my mind. I haven't mentioned it to her. Like, I haven't brought it up to her because I don't want to. She's doing such amazing progress. And I don't want to sidetrack her or, make her feel like it's a bad thing. But just to see, like, how far I've come. Because, yes, it's some of the things that I would have done with her as, as her cousin. But, hold on. She's actually texting me right now. But, see, she just sidetracked me. This is why I can't look at my phone. Stop looking at your phone, Linette. Don't look at your phone, Linette. Don't look at your phone, Linette. Stop looking at your phone, Linette. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't you touch it. Don't you touch it. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't you touch it. Yo, I'm really ADHD today, like, on some seriousness. I don't even think I like myself right now with this, like, antsy and this, like, antsy and oh snap, I just remembered today's Monday. Her and I have a coaching session in 3 hours. Oh, okay. Anyways, I don't know how long I've been here, and I am gonna have to get off soon because I know there's a 2-hour mark and I don't want to get in trouble like I did the last time. I got in trouble. I had my 4-year-old say hi, and I didn't know that under 18 couldn't say hi, and then they took off that 2-hour conversation, which was beautiful because it was between my daughter, like my high functioning autistic one was on that conversation as well, and she was giving like such powerful messages on that one, and I'm mad because I couldn't put it on my podcast, but oh well. Lesson learned. You live and you learn. You don't cry, you don't dwell about it, you just keep it pushing. If not, every obstacle is going to end up knocking you down. And I've already missed like 20 minutes of the other training I'm supposed to be on. That's what I'm trying to remember. How long have I been on here? Oh, this is why I'm supposed to keep track of these things and that. This is why your brain is supposed to stay focused, but it does not do that. It does not do that. Your brain does whatever it wants, and you just allow it to. But no, we're going to work on that. We're going to work on that. We're going to work on taking control of our mind again. I'm going through the stages of my diagnoses and stuff are changing because of the changes that I'm making in my life. I used to be more overpowered by negative thoughts than positive because of the way that I was brought up. So I'm shifting and changing my mind frame. So all of my diagnoses are changing as well, the way that they look within me and how they represent themselves within me. So I'm still learning like some of my triggers all over again. And I'm learning, some of my emotions all over again. Like, it took me a while to realize you're just a little too ADHD right now. You really have to reel yourself in because you're just doing the most right now. Like, you're just really doing the most right now, and you really have to stop. Like, get it together, girl. Like, get it together. And I'm still figuring it out. Like, the ADHD hasn't showed up like this in a long time, so that's why it's throwing me off as well, because it's like, what the fudge? I just want to focus on one thing. Can I just focus on one thing? How hard is that? But then it also doesn't help that I have to pay attention to everything. If I get a notification on my computer, I'm looking at it. If I get a notification on my phone, I'm looking at it. Like, I can't just zone in on what I'm doing and just stay on that. And then sometimes while I'm talking, I'm responding back to messages at the same time that I'm talking. You wouldn't know it at all. But yeah, I have to do more than one thing at a time. I can't just focus on one because it's hard. It's a draining task for me. Am I getting that coffee?
Hi, Mom.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. I really need the coffee. I haven't had no coffee. That's probably another reason why I'm feeling a little off whack. I usually, in the mornings when I get up, to try to put myself grounded, but it doesn't always work, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it does work mentally, don't get me wrong, but like grounded as in not being all over the place, it doesn't always work for me from an ADHD aspect. But I do my affirmations in the morning. I write my morning pages, which is dump out whatever I may have woken up with bothering me, or whatever dream may have hassled me, or whatever is still hounding me from the day before. I try to put it on those pages before I even start my day, so that I can start my day as a blank emotional mental canvas. So whatever the day has to bring to me, I will be capable of handling, because I've let go of the other stuff that was bothering me, and it's no longer holding any control or power in my mental or emotional state. So I do that, and then I write my affirmations 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon and nighttime, and 9 times in the evening. So I do the 3 ones in the morning, and then I'll read like 5 pages, 5 chapters in the Bible, and then I get my day started. Like, then I just, you know what I'm saying, go about my business and do my thing. And sometimes I'll be like, ooh, let me go on the app, right? I'll be like, I'm gonna come and talk to you guys. Then I'll get sidetracked with something else. Then I'll be like, ooh, let me go do this. Then I'll get sidetracked with something else. Like right now, I'm also a book reviewer, so I get paid to review books. And I'm in the process of reading a book that I've been paid to review, and I have 2 weeks, so I'm like 3 days into it. I have 2 weeks to read the book and review it, write the review, and then I'm posting it on certain platforms. Sorry, you guys. For some reason, outside has me sidetracked since the door is open. I told you guys my ADHD is a little off whack right now, and I'm in the process of reading that book. So I'm like about 92% done with the book, and I have to write this review. So I'm all over the place. Like, I have things that I have to do, but then I'd be wanting to talk to you guys, and I'd be like, no, Linette, you gotta get this done. And I know I got time because I have time, but I'm the type of person that I like to do things earlier than later, for in case if anything goes wrong, I have enough time to fix it. I don't want to just, do things in hand. I'm not a half-ass person. In other words, like, my OCD really just, and my need to have everything perfect and controls that aspect of me. So when I'm trying to get things done, I give it enough time, because I don't want to give anything garbage to anybody, just like I wouldn't want anybody to give any garbage to me. I have another book that I actually have to review too. That one's due in a month. But I have all these things running through my mind right now. So I'm sitting here recording with you guys. Talking to you guys. And I'm like, yep, you're missing the training that you want to go to because you're into this conversation. Then you're going to get mad at yourself after you end this conversation and you done missed half of the training, because you're still going to show up, because the training is until 1:40. And then you have the coaching session, with your client today at 3 that you have to also mentally get ready for. And today is really bad ADHD day. I don't know how I'm going to pull that off. Mind you, me and her already FaceTimed this morning because she was asking me, what do I need to get accomplished for our session? And I broke everything down to her. I told her what to do, but she's texting me again now because she can't remember. And I'm over here trying to have this conversation with y'all and try to focus on you guys, give you guys my undivided attention and my undivided respect, you feel me? Because y'all taking the time to listen to me. And the least that I could do is give you guys, my full attention, right? I'm just saying, that's the least that I could do. It'd be nice if my attention would fully stay on you guys and not on everything else that's going on around me. But, yeah, so I got a life full of stuff. But that's why I say, if I can survive and hold on, and if I can make it, and I can control my mental state, and I'm not saying it's easy, because it's not. There are days that my suicidal thoughts are heavier than any other day. Lyrical, you have underwear on, closed, and hold on, you guys, let me get her in the door on mute real quick, because I don't want to get shut down because she's talking. All right, hurry up and go, because I need you to go into the room. is just trying to get the dog in, trying to get her in, and then the last time, like I said, the conversation got knocked off because she said hi, but I don't want it to even be an issue that if she's heard in the background, because we live in a motel. I'm limited on space, so if I'm gonna talk on here, I have to make it work somehow. You know what I'm saying? She's always with me and always around me, but I like having my conversations, and I don't want to have it deleted or, you know what I'm saying, be put on whatever. So I gotta watch her not coming up on these talks. But which wisdom, I know you guys are monitoring and listening, and I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, but I was just wondering, like, I get topics are heavy, I understand that, and you know, kids shouldn't listen to certain topics, but if the person is the one actually talking, then those kids are not listening to any other subject, because they're not listening to other people except whoever comes up to talk. And you know what I'm saying, that'll be the person who's talking's responsibility to remove the child from the room or whatever. If the conversation is rude, I get it, but in my situation, mine personally, my kids are my content. My kids are a part of my content. My kids are a part of my YouTube. They're a part of my podcast. They're a part of my life, period. All across the board, they're the majority. They're the main reason why my content exists. If I didn't have to fight for these 3 little ones, there would be no content. If I didn't have to hold myself accountable to stay on this earth and not let my suicidal thoughts win, you know what I'm saying, they are the reason for that. And it's kind of hard to do content when I gotta watch those things, because this is my life. This isn't, I don't have a recording studio. I don't have an extra room that is dedicated to just record. I'm recording this while I'm doing my day-to-day life, and my day-to-day life is always around me, and that's my kids. Because we have no other where else to go. We're always stuck in this motel. Like, and I don't know. I just felt like my recording could have been left so that I could have, you know, I could have kept it, because my daughter did some amazing talking on that, you know, on that conversation that day. My oldest, the high-functioning autistic, and I would have wanted to keep that because she thinks that she doesn't know how to articulate or communicate, and I would have loved to have been able to have had that recording so that she could listen to herself on the playback and understand that, baby girl, you do a hell of a job talking. You know what I'm saying? But she doesn't believe me when I tell her these things. So that's why sometimes when I get a chance to catch her talking on YouTube, or if I'm recording and I get a chance to like catch her on it, I be trying to catch her, and then I be like, I just be amazed when I be listening to her, and I just be like, yeah, you don't know how to communicate, right? No, it's not that. And but she's using the wrong word when she says communicate. What she's trying to say is that she just doesn't know how to form the words itself. Like, she knows what she wants to say, but when it comes time to form the words, she's not sure which words are the other person is going to understand, because she sees things differently than we do, and she understands things differently than we do. When she goes to explain it, she explains it how she understands it and how she sees it, and sometimes that can get a little confusing for me. Sometimes I'll be like, hold on, pause, rewind. Can we try this all over again? And I know that when that does happen, it does make her feel cautious, self-conscious about, you know, communicating. But she does communicate, and she's an awesome motivator. Like, she's an amazing motivator. I could definitely say that. She definitely, like, knows how to, you know, keep you motivated when you're feeling like you're down. She does that for me a lot. But I've talked about like every topic under the sun. I'm trying to think of whatever else I may need to get off my chest, or whatever life lessons you guys can learn from. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's talk about co-parenting. This is not a topic that I normally discuss. This is not a topic that I talk about. And I'm giving myself like another 20 minutes and then I'm out, because I really don't know when I started and I don't want it to get cut off. But let's talk about co-parenting, especially when you're co-parenting kids with disabilities, or co-parenting in general, purely because I said I do have a normal child, so I can discuss that one too. It doesn't matter. Let's just discuss co-parenting and parent. period. And how does that look for you guys? Like, for me, co-parenting, the way that I see it, and again, maybe I see the world different than everybody else, there should be no beef. There should be no miscommunication. There should be no my way or your way. There should be the parenting way, which is a mutual understanding between both parents that even though we're not together and we're not in the same household, these are the rules and the guidelines that we're going to follow, period, when it comes to our parenting. And there's no reason, damn, now I want pancakes. I swear I smell pancakes. There's no reason why parents cannot get along to where mom and dad can still have their significant others and do family functions together so the kids can have both families blended together and not feel like, well, if I like mommy's household better than daddy's going to get mad. If I like daddy's household better than mommy's going to get mad. Or if I like daddy's girlfriend or if I like mommy's boyfriend, then so vice versa is going to get mad. There shouldn't be none of that. There should be a feeling where that child should feel blessed because they have two extra special people in their lives loving them like they're, their biological parents. And that should be an amazing feeling for that child, and that child should feel supported and loved. And as co-parents, y'all should be able to support each other, in co-parenting when it comes to help. Hey, you're trying to get these courses done. Do you need me to take, the baby a little bit longer? Or do you need more time to study? Or, hey, I see that you have a crazier schedule. Would it be easier if, we flip the schedule like this? Whatever it is to accommodate both parents so that both parents can thrive, succeed, get a good foundation, get on their feet, and be an awesome motivator for their children. But also showing their children that even though it's a broken home, it's not a broken home. It's just a blended family. Every blueprint doesn't have to look the same. Every blueprint isn't the same, point blank, period. Like, I met a person that moved in here to the motel. She was on my live podcast because she was talking when I was, talking. I don't know if you can hear her in the background or not, but her husband has 4 disabled children, 2 of them being autistic, along with mental health, and the other 2 had a physical disability and I think mental health as well. That's a completely different dynamic from mine. I have 2 kids, high functioning autistic and mental health, and 1 regular one. So far, her 2 youngest ones that she has with her husband are her regular ones. And that's a different dynamic blueprint from mine. So obviously we know that all blueprints are not the same. And what may fit for one may not fit for the next. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you're a believer of God, I'm not putting my beliefs on anybody, but if you believe that everything was created by Him, then the theory that people say that, our lives are already mapped out for us, we're just basically, riding that road would be, a true story. But everybody's map is different. Everybody's blueprint isn't the same regardless if you're a believer or not. Even what you bring into your own life isn't the same as what the next person does. How you see things, how you believe things, how you interact with things, that's how everything is. It affects everything that you think and you see. Everything that you perceive and you understand. And I'm really trying to keep track of this time. Okay, everything that you perceive and you understand, is based off of your blueprint, your map, what you're experiencing, what you're dealing with, what you're going through. But being in denial of anything, I don't care how that looks. My situation may not resonate with you. But being in denial with anything does not look cute. And it's definitely not an outfit that you want to rock. Guess what? It doesn't fit. I'm sorry, it does not fit. And if you have love handles, I can see it. If you got cellulite, I can see it. It don't fit, okay? Let's come to terms with that. Let's embrace that. Let's become one with that. So far, it has not worked. So brushing it on the rug is not working. Putting it in the closet is not working. Out of sight, out of mind is not working. So how about embracing it? How about becoming one with it? How about, instead of saying this is a flaw or a disability, how about we look at it completely different and we open our eyes to all the possibilities that can come along with the new you? with the way you have to see things now. I mean, we all know we change. You get what I'm saying? But self-acceptance is the most important one above anything. It does not matter if the world accepts you. It doesn't matter who else in this world accepts you. If you don't accept yourself, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to feel loved. You're never going to feel satisfied. You're always going to feel empty. You're always going to feel like you're looking for something or you're missing something. Or I'm saying you're not going to feel complete. You're not going to feel whole. Why? Because you're living in denial. Stop living in denial with whatever that is. Whether it be that you're a procrastinator, whether it be that you have mental health like I do, whether it be that you have disabilities, whether it be that you're overweight, whether it be that you're too skinny, whether it be that you don't look masculine enough, whether it be that you look too masculine. I don't know. People have a problem with everything. No matter what it is, people got a problem with it. There's always a problem with something. Society does not teach you how to embrace and love yourself and how unique and beautiful and handsome and amazing you are. Why? I don't know. But it's time for us to take control of ourselves and control of our own destinies and control of our own world and control of how people see us and how we see ourselves. Because how you see you is how everybody else sees you. I saw myself as weak. Everybody else saw me weak. I saw myself as I wasn't worth anything. Everybody else treated me like that because that's how they saw me, because that's how I saw myself. Now I don't see myself that way. I embrace who I am. I love me. Again, for the third time in this chat. Hi, my name is Linette. I have PTSD, postpartum depression, bipolar, anxiety, panic attacks, ADHD, ODD, OCD. And I'm raising 2 high-functioning autistic, suicidal and homicidal. And I'm raising 2 high-functioning autistic kids who are also suicidal. I'm not sure about the homicidal on both of them. I know one of them is. And then, I think the other one said he was. So they're both homicidal as well, which is making me wonder if it's genetics. Like, I'm sorry, I cut off everything that I was going to say, but I got to throw this out there. I have to throw this out there. So I was talking to my daughter, and after I found out that my son was suicidal, right? Like me and all that, and he did mention something about being homicidal, I go to my daughter, I said, yo, could this be genetics? Because it's too much of a coincidence. It's too much of a coincidence. I know my egg donor was homicidal for a fact, because she was always ready to kill. But could it be genetics? Could the suicidal, the homicidal be genetics? And maybe nobody else has ever explored this because they've never, connected the dots or whatever. But for one household to have 3 suicidal members and 3 homicidal members out of 4. And mind you, like I stated before, my children come from different fathers. So each one of my child has a different father. They were each different relationship. I was in long-term relationships with each one of them. But there were different relationships, different fathers. So the only common denominator that they have is me. I'm the only common denominator. And I'm homicidal and suicidal. So does it not make you wonder, could it be genetics? I mean, it's never been spoken. I've never heard of it being spoken as it being genetic. Mental, yes. But it being genetics, no. And I'm wondering, could it be genetics? Because it's too much of a coincidence that we're exactly the same in that sense of the word. Like, I don't know. It was just mind-blowing to me. It was just like, wow. I just thought it was my daughter. And then I knew I was, but I always had mine under control. Like, wow, but it's 3 of us out of 4. And then I'm the only common denominator. Like, hold up. Pause. Pump them brakes. Wait a second. Rewind. Is it a possibility? You know what I'm saying? But this is something good to think about and know, because if you have anyone in your family that has tendencies or has attempted to, you may want to watch everyone else, especially the kids, because you never know. Just a little mind blowing for you. Let me just, give your mind a little, little something to think about. Give you a little food for thought, you feel me? My mind's always rambling, so I'm gonna make y'all ramble too. Think about it. I'm just saying, think back. I'm just saying, think about it, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. Putting it out in the universe. Throwing it out to y'all 51 amazing listeners. Just putting it out there. Okay? Now, back to our regular programming if my mind remembers. But, yeah, you need to embrace yourself. You need to accept yourself. The moment that you say, hey, this is me, and this is who I am, love me or accept me, but get to know me so that you can accept me and embrace me and support me, that'll be amazing. That'll be awesome. But if you don't, then that's okay. No love lost. You know, everybody has their seasons and their times, and they must go. But it is time to surround yourself with that support system that embraces you for who you are, not for who you have been pretending to be. Not for that imposter. Okay? Let me get that. Let me get that through your head again. Knock, knock. Are you there? Tiska-taski, are you listening? All right, making sure that you're paying attention. You want the world and everyone around you that's going to be that amazing support system for you to embrace you and support you for who you are and accept you for who you are, not the imposter or the mask that you have been placing on just to survive. Okay? Are we clear? Did y'all get it? I hope y'all did. Because it's really important. Or if you don't understand, then none of what I ever speak is going to make any sense to you. No matter how much I can talk about my stories and give you guys my life experiences, nothing that I say you will understand. Nothing that I say will resonate with you until you have opened that door, pushed back that rug, unlocked whatever box you put it in, and let it out. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out. Take off the mask. Stop hiding behind it. Stop being that imposter. Stop being that person that you're not. Embrace who you are. Flaws, disabilities, and all, because they're not flaws and they're not disabilities. They're just a part of you and they make you who you are. They're you. They're you. Embrace them. Accept them. Love them. Acknowledge them. Okay? But don't give them the power they don't deserve. Now, let me make sure you hear that part straight. I'm telling you to accept you for who you are. And for the extra 2 listeners that have not been here for this part, hi, my name is Linette. I have PTSD, postpartum, depression, OCD, anxiety, ADHD, ADD, suicidal and homicidal, and I'm raising 2 high-functioning autistic children who are also with mental health, who are also homicidal and suicidal, and I have an amazing 4-year-old that has nothing going on. So I am looking at the world from many different aspects, and I am bringing what I have learned to help me with my mental health, help my kids with their mental health, help me raise my kids, help me protect their mental health, and my regular one, which, mind you, she's 4, so I've never raised a regular child before, okay, because my other ones are 19 and 13, all right, and I'm bringing what I've learned, and that is that until I learned to love myself for who I was, and not the hats or the mask or the imposter that I was being, I was not happy. I was not free. I felt so alone, so misunderstood, so not wanted, so not loved. I felt like a mistake, a waste of space, a waste of time, a waste of words, a waste of God's creation. Okay? That's how I looked at myself. And guess what? I am no longer that person. I love every aspect and every hat that I wear, because every hat that I wear, every disability, every diagnosis, the wheelchair, all of it makes me who I am. And I embrace it and I accept it. I don't give it the power to rock me in a negative way. That's the difference, okay? But I embrace who I am, and I would love for you to embrace who you are. And accept who you are, and stop brushing it under the rug. Stop putting it behind locked doors. Stop putting it in a box. Don't put it in a tote. Don't put it in a bin. Don't keep it out of sight, out of mind. No, baby. No, 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 no. Enough is enough. It is time for you to say, this is who I am. Scream it out loud. This is who you are. Embrace it, accept it, and love it. And then rock the hell out of it. Tailor it to you. Don't go to that store like I've been saying and go find an outfit that fits. This one makes me look a little too fat. My love handle showing this. I don't like the way the pants fit. The skirt ain't long enough. The shirt too short. Shirt too long. Or I don't like this color. The material don't. Man, you already have suits that you need to tailor to you. Okay? Stop going out and buying something else when you already got it. Perfectly made. All you need to do is tailor it perfectly to you. Because you define how it looks within you. Not every blueprint is the same. Not every diagnosis is the same. Not every condition is the same. Okay? And it does not show the same in every single person. And I really do need to get off here because I feel like I'm be out here for more than 2 hours. I'm about to be the 2-hour mark. I'm about to get in trouble. But that's what my platform is all about. That's what I'm advocating for. I'm advocating for others in my shoes. I'm advocating for those that need people to let them know you don't love you for who you are. And I said it, and so what? Come fight me. I said it. You don't love you for who you are. You don't embrace you for who you are. You don't accept every flaw of you. You don't accept that you have flaws, and much less accept them that they're part of you. Like, come on, man. Love you. Love you the way you need to be loved. So guess what? Any other love you get outside of that is a bonus. Not a necessity. Not a want. Not a desire. What's a desire? It could be a desire. It could be a desire. You can still be desired. You can still desire to be loved by others. But it's not a necessity. You feel me? Because you love yourself enough. Any other added on bonus outside of you is just that, an added on bonus. Why? Because you rock your own world the amazing way it needs to be. You don't rely on somebody else to do it. You don't care about the other thoughts because they don't pay your bills. They don't feed you. They don't clothe you. They don't wake you up at night. In the morning, they don't put you to bed at night. They don't care if you got a roof over your head. So why should you care what they think? How they react? It shouldn't matter. The only thoughts that should matter should be yours. The only reaction that should matter should be yours. And until you don't come to terms with it, baby, you're going to be struggling. You're not going to feel full. You're going to feel empty as heck. You're going to feel so misunderstood. Like, I used to feel like don't nobody understand me. Like, don't nobody get me. Then I started my YouTube channel. I started my platform because I couldn't find no support system. And I started to be my own support system, and I started to see all these amazing visions of what I could do and all these amazing things of what I could do with people in the mental health community and outside the mental health community. So guess what I do? I take myself and I enroll myself in an intensive health and certification program. And then I don't just do that. I go and enroll myself in a life coach program. I got certified with that one. I'm still working on the other one. You know what I'm saying? I'm growing myself so that I can continue to grow my platforms, so that I can continue to grow your love for yourself. So I shouldn't care about you more than you care about you. I really shouldn't. I should not. It should not be acceptable. I should not care about you more than you care about you. So don't make me have to come fight you. Because I'll fight you. I'll fight you virtually because I really can't fight people in reality. Because if I do, I'm going to black out. The red's going to come in. The homicide. Okay, yeah, I can't do all of that. I ain't trying to be behind nobody's bars, okay? I may look cute in orange, but I ain't trying to rock it for the rest of my life. No, thank you. All right? Nope. Kudos. I sit my little ass in this wheelchair and mind my business. But I'll fight you over the waves, okay? Because then I can't get in trouble for that one. I can't put my paws on you, all right? But I'm just saying, I can't love you for you if you don't love you for you. I'm not going to know what to love because I'm not going to know who you are. Hear that again, please. Somebody's not listening. Knock, knock. You home? Good. Pay attention. Can't nobody love you for you if you don't love yourself, because they don't even know what they love in, since they don't even know who you are. In order for anybody to love you, you have to know you, embrace you, love you, accept you. That's when you're going to get genuine, deep love. Not this, oh, I love you guys. Oh, everybody says I love you so freely nowadays. Just so like thank you. You know what I'm saying? I love yous are like thank yous nowadays. They're not like what they used to be. You didn't say I love you unless it was a genuine feeling and emotion you were going through. And when you were experiencing. Nowadays, man, men and women spit out that word like nothing. Don't have no meaning behind it. No meaning to them at all behind it. None. Why? Because they don't love themselves. So how is the I love you going to mean anything to them if they don't love themselves? Of course it's going to have no meaning to them. Of course it's going to mean nothing because they don't know what I love you means, because they don't love themselves. So yeah, everybody's out here on these streets dishing I love yous to their side pieces, to their whatever y'all want to call it. I don't even know why I brought up side pieces, but you know what I mean. Everybody's spitting out I love yous like it's thank yous. And it's only because they don't love themselves. They don't even know how to love themselves, so much less they're going to know how to love somebody else. And much less somebody else is going to know how to love you. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. Nobody else wants to speak about half of these things, so I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just being that devil's advocate. And I'm just putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all claim, think about it. When you break up from relationships or marriages, why am I sweating? I think I'm a little too passionate about this topic right now. Gotta bring my body temperature down. Well, up, because I'm hot. Think about it, right? So sometimes when relationships end, you feel like you were alone while in that relationship. Sometimes, I'm not saying this is everybody's reasoning, okay? You have the cheating and you have other things that happen. But sometimes people tend to feel alone even though they're in a relationship. They feel misunderstood. They feel not heard, not acknowledged. They feel like they just don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And why do you think that is? Have you ever given it some thought? How can a person feel complete, whole, and fulfilled if they don't even love themselves? How can you expect somebody else to complete you when you first have to complete yourself? How? You're like that canvas. You know what I'm saying? You're basically a drawing on that canvas, a drawing in pencil. And everybody around you, including yourself, is what puts the color on that painting. But think about it. If you're doing a painting, that means that the painter is supposed to be you. Who's the one that normally paints? It's usually one person. I mean, I've never really seen a lot of projects where it's, more than one person on one canvas. Canvases ain't but so big. You're the painter. Should those colors not be coming from you? From your paintbrush? And not from somebody else's? Because their colors aren't going to be as bright as yours. Hell, their colors can actually be black. And then what? You put all that toxicity in your life. For what? Because you trusted how they saw you? Or what if they use colors you don't like? If you paint your own picture, then you control the colors, how they show, the way you look. You control all of it. And what do people do? They admire the beauty of these artworks and these paintings. And you sit back and you're in awe and amazed at the story it tells. So why are you not doing that with your canvas? Why are you not doing that with yourself? And I just thought about this metaphor while I was telling you guys. So if it's not clear, I'm sorry. I just came up with it at the spot. It literally just resonated with me right now, and I'm dishing it while I was thinking it. So if it doesn't make sense, non-apologetically me. Again, my brain does look at things completely different. And sometimes I articulate it different. But I do hope that y'all understood what I was trying to say. Until you embrace yourself, accept yourself, until you're your own painter and paint your own picture of you, your own portrait of you, can't nobody else fulfill that or complete that for you. You're gonna go through different relationships, whether it be work relationships, friendships, partner relationships, family relationships. Does not matter what type of relationship it is. You're gonna go through a lot of different relationships because you're not accepting who you are. Because you're not embracing you, but you want everybody else to know who you are. And you want everybody else to know you. How? And you want everybody else to love you. How? How can they love you when you don't even love yourself and accept yourself and embrace yourself? So what are they going to know to embrace? What are they going to know to accept? That persona that you've been putting on for all these years? That mask, that facade, that imposter you became? you want them to embrace that, you're still going to feel empty and lonely. You're still going to feel empty and lonely. It is time for you to wake up, take ownership, take responsibility, take the mask off, stop being the imposter, stop being what everybody else thinks you are or wants you to be, and embrace yourself for who you are. Accept yourself for who you are, flaws, disabilities, whatever, height issues, whatever. Like, I can't think of other things right now. You laughing at me?
No.
Oh, I was about to come in for you. You was laughing at me.
I know you paid attention.
So anyways, I need you to embrace all of that, okay? And love yourself for all of that. Because if not, the rest of the world can't do it for you. I'm sorry, it's not going to work. It's not. There's going to be way more people committing suicide. There's going to be way more people depressed. There's going to be way more people misunderstanding each other. Why? Because you're not embracing yourself. Why? Because you're not accepting yourself. Why? Because you're looking at your flaws as flaws. Why? Because you're looking at your disabilities as disabilities. But why? 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 Sorry, that was an ADHD moment. I had to say it fast. My apologies. I'm sorry. I had just gotten a whole burst of energy. It just came out of nowhere. I am so sorry for that. This time I'm going to apologize the right way. Sorry for that. That's not going to be a non-apologetically me apologize. Sorry. I had to do it. It just came out of nowhere, that blast of energy, because I feel like you guys are not listening to me. I feel like you guys are not hearing me. I feel like you guys are not understanding what I am saying. Okay? And I don't like that. Thank you so much for the acknowledgement. Thank you so much for the acknowledgement. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Because at least I know somebody heard me. At least I know somebody's listening. At least I know somebody's getting it. At least I know somebody showed up here to understand that they need to love and embrace themselves. And until they do not do that, the rest of the world can't do it for you. Sorry. It's just not going to happen. It's not. Because they're not going to know what to love. They're not going to know what to embrace. That imposter, that mask, that facade, that persona. That's what you want them to embrace? Nah, you don't want to live in emptiness for the rest of your life. You sure don't. You don't want to live in emptiness for the rest of your life. You want to fulfill your own cup. Anything else outside of that is an added on bonus. Do not use it to survive or rely on. That can go away. But your own cup, your own support, your own love, your own acceptance, that's with you forever and always. That's not going to go away because you control that. Stop giving everybody else power over you and your emotions and who you are and who you're going to be. And who says that they control who they should control how you accept yourself? That's not okay. You get what I'm saying? If you have, and again, it's 59 people here now, and I know you guys are getting tired of hearing this, but I need to get my point across. 59 people, thank you for listening, but I really hope that you're actually listening, okay? You need to accept yourself for who you are. Embrace yourself for who you are. Become one with it. Love it. Acknowledge it. Have a PH mother effing D on it, okay? PhD is the highest one, right? Doctorates are under PhD, right? I can't remember, but if PhD is the highest one, have a PhD on you, okay? And that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to have a PhD on you and how that looks. If you have disabilities, if you have mental health, if you have immune disorders, if you have overweight, if you're too skinny, if you're not masculine enough, if you're not pretty enough, supposedly in your eyes, or society's eyes, and all these other things, does not matter. And it should not matter how the rest of the world accepts it, looks at it, acknowledges it. It should only matter how you accept it, look at it, and acknowledge it, okay? That's the only way that it should matter, all right? And then the other part is, you can't get mad if people don't love you how you want to be loved. I'm going to say that again, okay? And knock, knock. Hope y'all listening. You cannot be mad. Thank you for the acknowledgement, sweetheart. You cannot be mad, all right? Oh, wait, guess. Give me 1 second. You cannot be mad if people don't love you the way you want to be loved, if you don't even love you the way you want to be loved. And on that note, I'm going to let this guest on. Let's see. Okay, come on. I don't know how to say your name. I see if I think it is. I hope I didn't say it wrong. And hello. How you doing? You're cutting in and out a little bit. It's okay. When the Wi-Fi kicks in, the internet ends up making your mic come in and out. Sometimes, yeah, I've noticed that. Sometimes it does do that. Like, sometimes I'd rather be off the Wi-Fi than on it because it does slow it down. I thought that was just me. Where am I at right now? Oh, hold on, because I'm having a hard time hearing you for some reason. It's like sounding a little muffled.
Is it better now?
Yes, thank you so much.
Perfect.
So what were you asking?
I was saying, what part of the discussion are you at right now?
Oh, so I was just basically talking about how until people don't accept themselves for who they are, disabilities or no disabilities, flaws or no flaws, conditions or no conditions, handicaps, no handicaps, whatever, the rest of the world can't give you that love or acceptance, because if you don't know how to love you or accept you, then how can anybody else do it? You're always going to feel like you're empty and misunderstood.
Yeah, you don't believe in yourself, why should anybody else, right?
Correct. And that's why I'm a big advocate of accepting you for who you are, flaws and all, because they're really not flaws. They're just a part of you. You just got to learn from them, embrace them, and define them to you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's kind of hard right now for most people, especially women, because they're looking at all these celebrities going up on TV, and all these women are looking like 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, and they're looking at themselves like, what the fuck is this, you know?
Correct.
They never really get out of that. They're always like, you know, always in the back of their mind got that thought creeping in, you know?
Correct. But society also pushes that too. But again, you have to be willing to say, screw society. This is how I see myself. This is how I accept myself. This is how I embrace myself. This is how I love myself no matter what society says. I know I'm killing it and I'm rocking it. Screw their thoughts. Their thoughts should not invade no space in your body or in your mind, because they don't pay your bills, they don't feed you, they don't clothe you, and they don't take care of you.
Yeah, exactly. What they're thinking inside their mind has nothing at all.
So
It's tough. You either got to be like in like some high level sports, some competition, some video game. You got to be somewhere where you're competing against others, where you can drown all that out, and you understand that that is the key.
correct.
So until you realize that, it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a long one.
I mean, I don't think that's. I don't think it could be a long one, to be honest with you, because I got on this journey a year and a half ago, and I am a complete love of myself. Like, I have accepted, embraced all of my diagnoses. I have accepted myself completely, to the point that I really do not care society's thoughts and opinions. I'm gonna keep advocating. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. Even with this one tooth that I got missing now in the front of my face, I'm not gonna let it define who I am. I'm not gonna let it disform how I look at myself and if I think I'm pretty or not. I'm pretty. I'm cute. I'm sexy. And I don't care what anybody else thinks. Most people don't, but it's because they don't allow themselves to. They don't allow themselves to look at themselves as not perfect in reality, and that's okay. There is no perfect. No one is perfect, even if you're a believer of God, because I don't want to go anybody's faith, but whatever spirituality you are, even if you're of that, nothing is perfect. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing in this world that's perfect. Everything has a flaw, but it's not really a flaw. It's meant to be there. It defines who you are. It makes you the amazing, beautiful person that you are. That's why I say it's not a flaw. But until people don't embrace that and understand that, yeah, it'll be a long road for them. And they're going to keep feeling like they're empty and alone and lost and misunderstood.
Yeah, when you're feeling like that, though, I mean,
did it. It's possible. It's up to you. It's what you put into it. So I can disagree because when I was doing it, I was at my worst suicidal. At my worst, my game plan was done, set on my computer and everything, told my oldest daughter what to expect. And if I can take myself out of that and not do my plan and switch my whole entire mind frame to be the person that I am right now, and like I said, it took me 1.5 years, but I'm there, and was not a walk in the park. It was definitely not. I'm not gonna lie, it was not a walk in the park. But it took me to love me and know that I needed to fight for me and that I mattered. And once I accepted that and realized that, the road became easier for my self-acceptance and my self-love.
That's beautiful.
So that's what I want for everybody else. That's why I said it's possible. You know what I'm saying? It's how you look at it. It's how you control it. You control every situation of your life in every aspect, even when you think you don't have control. You're doing it with your thoughts. You're doing it with the energy you're throwing out in the universe. You're doing it with the way you carry yourself. You're controlling every aspect of your life. So all the things you may go through that are not good. We live in a motel. We're almost homeless. We're 1 foot away from living under a bridge. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not letting none of that stop me from driving me to push forward and keep thriving. I'm ending up in a wheelchair. I'm going from walking and running to I barely can walk to the door, much less to a chair half of the time. But I'm still pushing. I'm still going. Instead of sitting here crying me a river, and instead of sitting here being negative and giving it all that power and all that control of my mind, I am taking utter complete control. And I'm turning it into a positive. I'm turning it into a win. And I'm making it a win. But that's by my choice. So it won't be an easy walk. Correct, you're right. It's not. It's not an easy walk. I never said it was. But nothing worth it is easy, is it? I mean, you go through pain in child labor. When you first lose your virginity, you go through pain. I mean, there's so much pain that we go through in the world, and then we get out something better from it, don't we? So, I mean, if you want to ride an easy ride, then I'm sorry, you're in the wrong place. Because I'm not going to give you an easy ride. I'm going to give you how to get there. And I'm going to tell you the truth. It's going to suck. You're going to beat yourself up, but you also going to build yourself up. Sometimes you got to break you in order to build you the correct way. I'm a real strong believer of that. Hold on, I'm going to put my lean in. She's coming on, y'all. Hello.
I've been acknowledging at the bottom.
Thank you, I noticed. I appreciate all the support and love you've been giving me.
You need to be like there's a drops of jewels that you drop. Like, and I'm experiencing the same shit.
Okay.
But the same crap
Mm-hmm.
that you're going through. And I want to say, instead of those memes of like validations that people seek out, like, you know, one of the questions that I ran into like recently was, if you could go back in time and advise your parents about you, what would you say? Right?
That's deep.
And my answer was, damn, you know, I wish my mom would have showed me how to cope. Like, because like all of those memes and things and glitters and lights are all great.
Mm-hmm.
Or their process, you know what I mean? It's already processed.
Mm-hmm.
The outcome. But the ones that haven't reached there or just can't get to the next, I guess, space, you know? They need to know, like, I don't want to know the beauty of your success. I want to know the quality of your struggle.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, to know how to navigate. Like, I
Correct.
don't know, like, let me see, man, women are powerful. Oh my God, Mother Love is great, you know? But, like, how do you just forget the connection or the human connection? You know what I mean?
I get it.
Like, and I want to know, like, you are the cool part that I was missing. I want to say, like, I'm going through, like, on a physical level, like standing up for yourself, you know, and here you are having to not be able to do some share or stuff, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, that's
It's hard. It's not an easy road. I put it all on my YouTube. I'm really transparent on my YouTube channel.
you
Like,
need to be on. Is it my girl? Your shirts?
I'm like, I try to be transparent because I know we're all so busy wanting to be perfect and sugarcoating things and hiding things. But I feel that the only way transition and transformation can come is if people are really seeing the raw.
I have an idea
Mm-hmm.
for you. How many followers you have, or in YouTube, or your
I'm still trying to grow it. On YouTube is 134 and on Instagram is 184. Well, no, 135 on YouTube.
You need to be in platforms in which people can actually, people that don't know where to find, the ones that are looking for those toxic, like, traits, memes, and those validations, you know, where they're, right? Because they're doing something right.
Correct.
And the thing is, that's great and all, but, like, how do you get to the destination without a map?
I've been trying to figure that out. I mean, I have a map, don't get me wrong, and I'm trying to get that map out there to help other people get to a destination.
And I feel like this needs to be documented. You need to be different organizations, right? Like, to help you go through what you need to go through and document all of this stuff.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's trying to find those organizations.
I mean, this is an incredible, like I'm in a different walk of life. I'm a foster kid, you know what I'm saying? I lost a baby 2 days ago. Like, I even messed with that whole giving up yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And then here I am listening to you.
Yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. Whatever you do, don't give it the power. Don't give it the control. Don't let it sleep there. Don't do it. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. And let it know, it's okay. I'm okay. I don't need you. Thank you for looking out for me. But don't give it that power.
But, like, what you just said to me, like, let me tell you what that did. And this is why it's important you're out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
That had nothing to do with me at all. But how dare I give up?
Correct. Don't give up. You can't. I tell people, if I'm still fighting, you can't give up. Just,
I don't, like, selfish as shit.
I do look at suicidal thoughts as being selfish. I do look at it that way, and I think that's what helps me a lot with it, because I'm not a selfish person. I don't like, doing selfish things, so I look at suicidal thoughts and tendencies or ideas or plans, whatever, as being selfish. You're only thinking about your pain, but what about everybody else's and the one you're going to cause them? Nobody thinks about that when they're in those thoughts. What about those tears from your parents, your children, your siblings, your co-workers, anybody whose life you have touched? That hurt that you're going to cause, you're going to give them the same pain that you're running from. And why are you running from it? Because you still have to embrace and love you for who you are. Accept you, again, flaws and all, because they're not flaws. And until you do not love you for who you are the right way, you're going to stay and they're going to have that power. Let that power go. Take control of that steering wheel. Show it who's boss. And let it know that you're going to win. No matter what, you're going to win. It does not have that power and that control, and it never will. Do not give it that power. Just thank it. And I'm getting goosebumps because I feel like you really need to hear this. But just thank it for feeling like it needed to protect you. Because that's just a side of you that's protecting you. You're protecting yourself. So you need to stand there in the mirror and look at yourself. And I'm about to drop tears when I do this, and I'm not meaning to. But stand in the mirror and look at yourself, okay? And I'm really pushing that. I need to push this to you really hard. Stand in the mirror and look at yourself. Say thank you, okay? I'm a survivor. I've survived this long, and because of you, I will continue to survive. But I no longer need your help. I no longer need your protection. I no longer need your guidance, because I now am going to love me for who I am, and I am taking control, and I am taking the wheel. You hear me?
Yeah.
You need to stand in the mirror, look at yourself. Don't do it without looking at yourself. It is important that you look in your eyes and embrace yourself for who you are and what you have going on. I don't know the story, but something is telling me that it's really important that you do this. So it's okay. We're not perfect. Life is not perfect. Shit happens. Use those obstacles to build you up. Use those obstacles to let you know, okay, this went wrong, so I'm not going that route. I'm going to do this instead. Plan now with what you know. Plan ahead now with what you've learned so that it does not happen again. So that the next one doesn't knock you down enough for you to go back into those thoughts. That is no longer an option. Okay? It is no longer an option. It no longer lives and festers and has a place. It's not paying rent. Evict it. It is time to evict, but the only way you can evict is by accepting it, embracing it, and thanking it. Because for all those years and every time those thoughts have come, it was trying to protect you from the hurt that it could not take. But until you do not accept you all the way, it's always going to fester. But that person can be retired now. That person can go take a rest and take a break and let the next one come and handle it. Because you're not the same person you were 2 months ago, a month ago, a day ago. You have growth, you have love. But upside of everything, to me, it's the chicken way out. You have fought this long, however old you are. You have fought this long to be on this earth. Why would you call it quits? Why? I've been on this earth for 42 years. I've seen hell and back. And I'm still fighting 42 years. I'm still fighting. Why would I have come this hard? Why would I have told my 19-year-old that she could never think about it, even though she did and attempted a couple of times, to really go through with it? Because if I've been fighting her whole life to keep her alive, why would she not fight to do the same if I thought she was as valuable and worth it? You thought you were that valuable and worth it, and that's why they're just thoughts. Don't give it the power to become anything else. They don't make you or break you. The control you give it is the only control that it has. Take it back. Take that wheel back. Take it back. You have it. You have control of it. Nobody else does but you. And no one else should ever have control but you. And when I say you, I mean the genuine you, the real you, the you that you embrace, the you that you accept, the you that you acknowledge. Flaws and all, because again, they're not flaws. They're just a part of who you are. They don't make you and they don't break you. Just how me being in a wheelchair does not make me or break me. It just defines another part of me. It's another lesson I'm learning. It's another aspect in my life. But it doesn't make me or break me. The same thing with you. Don't give it that power. And listen, look me up, because that's what my platform is for. If you ever have thoughts or need to talk or just need somebody to vent to. What accounts do you have? Oh, she gotta come back up. Darn it. She left. Hold up. Oh, well, she didn't leave, but she got kicked out. Hold up, she's coming back. And I know I gotta end this soon, because I know it's gonna be 2 hours soon. Okay, so what? Oh, you don't really do social? Okay, so I have Instagram. It's Parentingwithmentalillness on Instagram. You can DM me on there. All my contacts are.
It's just, mine is really easy. It's Mylene. ITS Mylene 202.
Hold on. Let me do it now. Hold on. Search. Come on, Wi-Fi. Stop messing with me. ITS MY ELE. I mean EMY LENE 202. Alright, hold on. 202. Here you go. Got it. And I just put the request in to follow you. So if you ever need to talk, hit me up. I'm always on my platforms. Like literally, this is what I live for. I'm always on my platforms. I'll respond. I try to, go through my messages, because I will get people that are always hitting on me, and it's so annoying, because I'd be like, that's not what my platform is for. Go hit on me on my personal page, even though I'm gonna ignore you, but don't hit on me on this one. Like, and it's annoying. But if you ever need to talk, like ever have a thought, a doubt, an insecurity, or just you feel like you want to be heard and nobody's understanding what you're saying, hit me up. I'm always around. I am available. And my daughter is good at it too. Like my 19-year-old high-functioning autistic, this is what we do. Like, she's good at it also. So we've learned to talk people out of you know, situations and build back up.
What city you at?
I'm in Virginia.
What part? Like Nova or South?
I don't know Virginia that well. I haven't really been around it. I'm in Newport News.
Or in the sticks?
Newport News.
Oh, you in the sticks? Okay.
Yeah, I don't listen. We don't have a car. We barely go anywhere. We barely leave this motel room. I barely hit outside it, and I can't stand being here. To be honest with you, it's been like the hardest struggle. Still trying to get on my feet here. Like I thought I would have been better than what I was in CT, but yeah, it ain't work out. Like if you don't have transportation, if you don't have connections, you said what?